Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 28th, 2023 full moon lunar eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out more than you guys will ever know, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also listed in the description box below. Excuse me. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Gemini. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Interesting. It's funny because what spirit is showing me here is that we're kind of tired of fighting, right? And so we want something to change. We want something to move. And yet we're going to see the change happening really inside of ourselves. We're going to want to see it externally, but it's going to happen internally. And that's going to be very, very powerful, but not what we are expecting. So just be aware of this during this time. Very strong Aries energy coming through. So if you have Aries energy in your chart or you have an Aries in your life, that energy comes through so strong. So just be aware of this. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Peace. I love that. I love that for you, Gemini. It is time to move forward in peace, to say, I want peace. I'm calming into peace. I'm settling into peace because it's so interesting. We're trying to juggle so much and we've been trying to juggle so much that we've forgotten about peace. Like we've thought, oh no, that doesn't matter. Or, oh, that'll come, right? I don't have to be working on that, or I don't have time for this. But Spirit is really going to be showing us during this time, and the moon is going to be showing us that moving towards our inner peace and our inner selves is just going to be one of the most important things that we will ever do. And this moon is really going to be guiding us in a way that is extraordinary. Because I'm just seeing here, it's almost like a balloon, right? The moon, like lifting her up, lifting her into peace, like into what is deeply needed within her soul. Let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the world. So it's going to be so interesting. Again, there's a sense of I can find this externally, in the world, in the world, in the world, or I need to be more in the world. And there is a need here to be in the world of ourselves, to connect with us, to be empowered by us and guided by us. And that's going to be really important. It doesn't mean that we let our egos take over. But what we realize is that we are in control of our own little universe, of our eyes and our connections and our love and our patience and our spiritual power. And It's going to be by stepping into that energy, which can seem so odd and so foreign because everybody else wants the external everythings. Everybody else wants everybody to see. And here it's like, oh no, Gemini, it's just for your eyes only. For your eyes only is this time. And it moves us to the Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, you have the Emperor here. That's very, very strong Aries energy coming through. This is going to be a time of connecting with our passion, of connecting with our fire, our determination, our focus, our insight. I always think of the Queen of Wands as Hestia in Greek mythology and Roman mythology, and Hecate in both Greek and Roman mythology. Hecate is the goddess of magic. She hides her secrets and she's hidden them so, so well. And so for us, it's connecting with our secrets, our magic, our power, our insight, our determination, our focus. With Hestia, she's so interesting and she's my favorite Greek and Roman goddess because she could have had Mount Olympus. She could have been one of the main goddesses, one of the main sources of power. But after the war with the Titans, there was an uneven amount of gods and goddesses when the Olympians took over. And so there's going to be another war. And Hestia said, enough is enough. Enough. I will step down. So then we will have the equal amount of gods and goddesses. And everything can be okay. No more fighting. And so she did. And by doing so, she was the goddess of fire. She became the goddess of the hearth. And so she was worshipped and in the center of every Greek and Roman home. Because she chose peace. She chose something a little bit quieter, a little bit gentler. And that's it for ourselves too, when we're embracing our magic, when we're embracing ourselves. We can want to be king of the world, there's nothing wrong with that. But to embrace a bit of a quieter, gentler, more compassionate way that we are moving forward with ourselves is going to be everything. It's going to be everything for us. The Queen of Wands is determination and focus and illumination of the darkness. And that's what we're having within ourselves as we find our power and our path, and as we connect with our power and our path. And it moves us to the Emperor. The Emperor is determined and focused. This is connecting with sacred masculine energy, and that's going to be super important for us as well, to connect with our sacred masculine. Whether we feel more comfortable with the sacred feminine or the sacred masculine, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a time where we're connecting with that sacred masculine energy, that we're seeing ourselves move forward in power and distinction and determination, and really claiming our space, meaning really claiming what we're good at, really claiming what we're on this earth for, like saying, this is me. I'm claiming it. I'm owning it. I'm, guided by it. I'm being led forward by it. And this is me. And that can be such a shift for us, because Geminis are always seen as like the question mark, right? The seekers, the questioners, the little bit ditzy, no, mostly it's like a little bit ditzy are Geminis. But it's not that we're ditzy. I myself am a Gemini. It's that we question. And when it's not right, we just leave. It's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. I have nothing to prove. And so here, there's going to be this claiming of, this is my talent. This is my determination. This is my focus. This is how I'm opening the door. And this is where I want to be. And this is where I need to be for me. And it's a claiming of a space, which we may never have done. We might have been too curious, too overwhelmed, there might be something better somewhere else, to claim the space that we want and that we need. And so there's going to be a big stepping forward for us and an empowerment coming in during this time. The Two of Earth, the Two of Pentacles. Are we going to be the best at balancing everything? No, we're not. We're going to see during this moon, during this time, certain things falling. And we're like, oh man, I should be able to do it all. But we could also just have too much on our plate. We expected too much of ourselves. So stepping back and saying, what do I need to be focusing on? What do I need to be working on? What's important is going to be really important, because I just see it's not just two things that we have up in the air. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that we're trying to balance, we're trying to guide, we're trying to move forward with. And that can be very overwhelming for us. So just be aware that some things are going to drop, like some things we're just not going to be able to get done, or we're going to say, okay, I need to reevaluate this, and then we can move forward. And that's going to be a very good thing and a very big thing for us. With the Nine of Wands. We're tired of defending ourselves and we're tired of the fighting. We just really are. It's like enough is really enough. And what I love about this is instead of the wands, being here for defense and everything, here she's learning magic. And it is every disappointment, heartbreak, pain, anger, frustration that we have been through has given us our magic, has shown us our power, has made us a little bit more determined. Now we're turning it around. And we're also saying, I have nothing to prove to anyone, even myself. Now I need to shine in what I love, what I want, and what I desire forward. Because with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, a season is changing. It absolutely is. We can see that outside. But we're not going to feel that immense change. Like we want something big to happen, like moving house, moving this, moving that, like moving jobs, moving across countries. Like we want something huge. I just see this as wanting something huge. Now, if you are going through a huge move, the biggest part of it is going to be you, your way of embracing the situation and moving forward. But for a lot of us Geminis, we're not going through that huge move. But internally, the way that we're seeing things is changing. We're entering into a new season in ourselves. And that is going to be quite powerful. And that's going to be something that we can have a bit of difficulty with because it's like, how do I move forward in this? But also, how do I move forward in the new season of myself in confidence and determination and focus and insight without piling everything up on my plate and saying, okay, I have to get everything done and just be perfect. We're letting go of the fighting to be seen, the fighting to be perfect, the fighting to be what others or even what we ourselves have expected of ourselves. And now we're asking ourselves, who am I? And how do I best shine for me? It brings us to the moon. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So with the Queen of Fire, with the heart of fire, right over her heart, we have here, you're very close to achieving your goals. And we have acceptance. Acceptance of our fire, acceptance of our determination. But acceptance is reverse. So we are very close to achieving what we have set out to achieve. But we need to accept ourselves. We need to accept what we love and what we want and what we're passionate about. And give ourselves permission to shine. Trust. With the Emperor needs to trust in himself. If the Emperor is always doubting himself and saying, oh my gosh, I can't do this, he can't lead. He's not going to be anyone you want to follow. You don't want to hear your leader saying, well, I'm not really sure, and maybe this is wrong, but I think we should. You want confidence. So trusting, moving forward in trust. And it says here, you and your loved ones are safe. Trusting that what you love and who you love is safe and secure. Nothing in life is ever guaranteed, but trusting that as I move forward in confidence and in determination, I open up the door openly and honestly. And it brings us to this place of action reversed. This is not going to be a time, nor is it going to be a moon where we need to take action, we need to push, we need to go. This is going to be a time where we need to slow down. It says meditate and contemplate. Slow down. We're taking action internally, but it doesn't need to be the external. It doesn't need to be that everybody sees and running and jumping and, hoopla. It is taking action, but very personally. And is the action, again, being internal, not external. it moves us to blossoming. Now, blossoming is reversed. Do we feel like we're blossoming? No, we feel like we're stopping fighting. But listen, that's a blossoming, right? That's a growth to say, I don't need to fight. I don't need to, push and holler and scream and yell and do all that. I step into me. So here, reverse, it says it's time to give rather than take. No, it's time to take. It's time to water ourselves, to connect with ourselves, to embrace ourselves. It's time to fill up our cup. Because remember in Qigong, they say you need a gallon to fill a cup. It is time to connect. And then as we connect, we open up the door. And as we open up the door to ourselves, as we stop fighting, as we breathe, we'll see we blossom. But we're not going to feel like, wow, I really stepped into me. We have all this power here. We have all this determination, this focus. We're learning how to trust ourselves. And that's a huge thing. We're learning how to say, I trust my voice. I trust my gifts. I trust who I am and what I need and what I desire and what I love. I trust it because I trust that I'm not a mistake. I trust that I am connected. I trust. It's like, it's not just in me because we're not infallible, but I trust in the opening to bliss, to the happiness that guides me forward, and to the love I have in my heart. And it brings us here to a fiery climax approaches. Yes, internally, a coming together, a embracing of the self, a determination, a focus, an insight. Will we take it? That's reverse. It's like, will you? Will you take it? Won't you take it? Do you know what you want? Will we be illuminated by a full moon that has an eclipse to it? That isn't always illuminating? And will we move forward in our tenacity? This is a full moon in Taurus. It's about grounding. It's about looking at how we're planting the seeds, how we're moving forward, how we're going after things. Is it opening up a door for us? Absolutely. But that doorway is into ourselves. It's not external. It would be easier if it was external. Our subconscious spirit message is success. Subconsciously, we know that we are meant for success and we are moving towards success. Our subconscious tarot message is the Wheel of Fortune, again, reversed. Now, this is our subconscious energy to be mindful of, tarot message. And so we are to be mindful that the circle isn't completed, as you can see here, right here with the opening. The circle isn't completed. There is still more to be done, or there is still a coming together that needs to be done. And we can think, oh, I got everything. But that one little piece, it holds a lot more than we realize. Our subconscious tarot message is the Page of Fire. We have the Queen of Fire right here. We are master, but subconsciously we are also student. We are figuring it out. Subconsciously, we are learning step by step by step. What is our passion? What do we desire? What do we need? What are we opening ourselves to? What don't we want to open ourselves to? How do we move forward? Externally, and in the day-to-day world, we can feel like a master. We can feel like, okay, I'm figuring this out. I know this. I'm empowered. I'm emboldened. Internally, question, seek. And it doesn't mean that we need to read 18 million different books about something, unless we're trying to be, unless it's like, something that needs you to have all this information behind you. But it's also connecting with our inner passion, with our connection with divinity, with our inner universe that is so rich and so powerful. Our subconscious Lunar message is surrender. And confidence is your key to success reversed. When we surrender, we don't have to be confident in it. We don't have to be confident that this is going to get us where we want to be. We can be surrendering and being like, wow, this is weird. I don't like doing this. Or, I'm supposed to hold on to this power. But as we surrender, we are going to find our confidence more and more. But confidence is our key to success is reversed because we're not always going to feel confident, but we are surrendering to the power that is guiding us forward. And that's brave and bold. All right. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.